silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning. It is 10 o'clock. It is November 30th. All three county commissioners here, and I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Now we'll have consents and approval. County Administrator, good morning.
Hi. Okay, we have 5 exonerations for $1,771.05. One request to create a new statement for $533.36. We have minutes for October 23rd of 2022 and the Board of Assessment Appeals of November 16th, 2022. Vouchers, General County Fund, $83,852.52. Camp Muffley, $1,636.42. Mason-Dixon Park, $4,966.93. Mon County Center, $988. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $19,694.65. 911, $261.29. Camp Muffley, $646.26. Mon County Center, $192 for a voucher total of $112,238.07. We position vacancies for boards and authorities listed on our website and fiduciary orders for November 30th, 2022.
Move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Let's move right along. Introduction of new employees. Sheriff Perry Palmer and crew. Good morning.
Good morning.
Today I have Skylar Clemens, who will be starting as a full-time process transport officer on December 1st at a starting salary of $2,807.20 per month and is an at-will position.
Move to approve position as presented.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Welcome.
Welcome to the county.
Thanks for coming on board.
Yeah, thank you. Any other? Okay. Moving forward, we have comments from the public. Is there anybody who would like to comment from the public? Okay. Seeing no comments from the public? Okay. Did you want to? Oh, you looked, yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to say anything.
No, I'm waiting for elected officials.
Okay, that's even better. Okay, great. Uh-oh.
She's coming after us.
Yeah, I got this ready. Okay, great. Okay, grants. Do we have any grants? No, we don't have any grants. We're on a speed dial. No, correspondence.
Yeah.
We always have correspondence.
A few items came in after
Okay.
the agenda was done. We have the first quarter levy report for the Botanical Gardens. And then we have a letter of thanks from the Morgantown Area Partnership on renewing our membership. So that's all.
That's it. Anyone else? Okay, seeing none. No unfinished business? New business? We don't have any requisitions. Wow.
Nope, none this week.
Wow.
Got them all
This
last
is-
week.
Okay. Hey, we're ready for reports for elected officials. Come on down.
Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Mayor.
We're good this morning. Patty Lewis, Mayor from the town of Granville. First, I'd like to invite the commissioners to a tree lighting that we're having tomorrow evening at our Veterans Memorial Park, if any of you are free. 6 o'clock, Skyview Elementary Choir will be there, and we're hoping that Santa and Mrs. Claus find their way from the North Pole to visit us as well. I just wanted to give you a really brief update on our signals at University Town Center because I know it seems like that project has just gotten buried, but it hasn't. French Engineering, I talked to Tim Rice from Potesta this morning, and he thinks that French Engineering has the conceptual drawings complete, which is good. The Walmart site is not a problem. The bigger issue that we're having is the area at Sesame Drive across from Granville Square where the Wendy's, Bowles Rice, that intersection there. The crosswalk and the utilities are posing the biggest problem because where we need to set the lights are so close to where the utilities are in that area. So Tim has suggested to us that we do, or they're going to do like an air knife to drill to make sure we don't hit utilities. He doesn't feel the utility locations that have been given to us are accurate, and we're so close. And of course, we're trying to keep those poles on our right-of-way to stay away from property acquisition, which would delay the project even more, and of course would end up costing more money. So that's where we are with that. There's not going to be any additional turning lanes in that area. There's going to be some restriping, as far as we know at this time. And there will be some additional sidewalk extension from Bowles Rice up toward the Ford Garage. But I told Potesta this morning that our staff will be able to do that. We'll be able to instead of being part of the project, we can just go ahead and do that. So that's where the project is right now. And of course, we're going to still face supply chain issues with poles and things like that, but it's moving along.
Appreciate it.
Mayor, is there an estimate as far as next step and when conceivably we could get to the point where we'd be ready to move forward?
I didn't ask him that question, but we're going to have a meeting with him, a sit-down meeting next week.
Okay.
And I'll see if I can pinpoint that.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
Appreciate your
Well,
input.
thank you. Okay. Anyone else? Elected officials? Come on down.
Greetings.
Morning,
Happy
Andrew.
Departments.
Thanksgiving. Hope everyone's doing well.
Thank you.
Andrew Gaspare, Director of Planning for Monongalia County. I have the good news of over a year and a half's worth of work coming down as the comp plan. We have had a unanimous, with Commissioner Arnett abstaining, recommendation for adoption. This is the culmination, like I said, of a year and a half plus of work from the community. We had over 500 responses, including very complicated responses to surveys, and it was a really good process. We coordinated with all the cities of Monongalia County, as well as the MPO and their Metropolitan Transportation Plan. We just need to set a hearing date, and that needs to be 15 days from when we put it in the paper.
Okay.
So that's the only constraint. You just need to come up with that, and we'll have the Planning Commission present that at that time. It's also online, clickable links, and kind of supposed to work a little bit like a web page, so it makes it much easier for people to get to the part that they want to see. And so we encourage you to look on our web page for it.
Okay. I was just
Okay.
confirming with the administrator, we got to go through the whole posting
Yes.
and
Yes, we're looking at
public
January,
hearing
February.
process.
Now that I checked the code this morning, now that you all have formally been presented the comprehensive plan, we have to set a date next week for the
Okay.
public hearing. And then the posting has to be 15 days prior to the actual public hearing. So we'll have that date figured out for you next week, and then we'll get it posted.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just so people understand, this is the comprehensive plan. This isn't subdivision regulation or
No.
anything like
Correct.
that.
Right.
This is something we're required to do every 10 years.
Every 10 years, yes, and we have to, the only constraint is that needs to be done by February.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
That- Yeah, because I was looking at January possibly, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
it's,
you.
which, I was looking at the calendar this morning. I
Yeah,
wanted to try and
January, because
avoid
just-
the holidays.
Exactly.
So people have a chance to come out, but. you
And
know,
complain, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Anyone else? Seeing none, we'll go to reports from county commissioners. Jeff?
A couple of things. There's an appreciation event for Judge Gougeot on Monday. Unfortunately, I'll be out of town and not able to attend, but just like to pass along my personal appreciation for his service on the bench. He's been a learned, extremely competent judge, and as a member of the bar, we've been lucky to have him all these years. So looking forward to seeing what the governor does for his replacement. But this event is about not about that, but about Judge Gougeot. So just yeah.
Okay, that's the 13th.
Oh, then I will be there. Great.
It's the 13th.
I have to
at,
do
6 o'clock.
Thanks. Let's see. I've gotten some phone calls and some messages concerning some concerned seniors at
Thank
Senior
you.
Mons about services and about meals. And just to let anyone know that's listening, I am started an initial investigation into those concerns, and hopefully we'll have some information to report back within the next couple of weeks. So that's really all I've got. Sean?
Since it has been a slow week since last week after our meeting, last Thursday was Thanksgiving. Friday, I did take up the offer from a group that does a deep water aerobics class at the diving well. And I was kind of, I was the only guy that was there, and I was certainly the youngest person that was there. But there was about 30 women, and I really appreciate the teacher. Her name is Sandy Moore, and she lives out in Core. But she teaches that class as for free. And I would recommend anybody. It sounds hokey, but I walked out of there being able to move things I haven't been able to, or without pain that I haven't had pain, movement without pain for months. So I intend to go back as much as I can. That they have classes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sandy teaches the one on Friday and then fills in whenever the other teachers can't. But that's all part of something. One of the availabilities that is there at our aquatic center. So I certainly would consider joining just so I can do that on a regular basis, because it was pretty cool. So I'm glad I went, and I'm glad my sister twisted my arm to make me go. But I really enjoyed the company. A lot of people were, asked me a lot of questions about county government, and I actually sat and talked to the teacher for about a half hour after, talking about ways that we can increase traffic and usage of the aquatic center. So I tend to take a lot of that stuff back to the JUMA. Monday, we had our HR audit results review, which was pretty comprehensive. Our team that came in and did our audit presented their initial feedback. There's a lot of information that we're going to be unpacking and analyzing, but we'll be following up on that in the near future. In the evening, I went to Smithtown Community Center, and that was the annual Thanksgiving dinner. Sheriff Palmer and Mark Music and Bob Music brought a turkey, and Joe Statler and I brought a ham as our contribution. So it was a really cool event. Yesterday, the administrator and I sat on a call with representatives from Moody's to talk about they have a new rating criteria that may affect our rating, and we sat and talked through a lot of the unique, peculiar nature of the finances of Mon County, and it was we had our support from Cruz, Rob Steptoe on the call, and it was a good call. They're going to get back to us as far as, I think they'll be making a ratings decision January.
He said they have to have it done by.
So in the January, February timeframe, but it was thanks for your participation, and it was a good call. Today's a normal day. Actually, it's a pretty slow day. Tomorrow, I have a Board of Health meeting. Friday, I have a broadband sync, and I get to go install since the football season's over with, I get to go uninstall all the stadium seats at the stadium on behalf of the Morgantown High Band. Monday is the Christmas parade. I want to remind everybody that Monday is a Christmas parade, and Tuesdays are monthly breakfast I have with Joe Statler and Frank Devano. I really want to thank Olive Kearns from the Smithtown, Tryon-Halleck area. She's in her late 90s, and she is a gem. I go to the Tryon-Halleck dinners. She can every month she treats us with a poem which she recites from memory. She's just incredible. And in her late 90s, she's also famous for quilting. And at the dinner on Thursday, she brought like 11 of these quilts. Apparently, she just churns them out. Her house is filled with them. Joe Statler had his new grandbaby, and Olive gave him one to take for the new baby. She handed out like 11 of these at the thing, so she's very, very impressive person. But that's the cool thing about going to these senior dinners monthly. I go to the Clay Battelle one, the Tryon Halleck one, and the Smithtown one, because you get to interact with, there's just so much knowledge and some wonderful treasures of this county. And I just wanted to publicly acknowledge, I don't know what I'm going to do with that because I don't know if I could accept it, but I'll deal with that. But I do appreciate Olive and all she does to, educate us as to Mon County, and she certainly is a treasure. That's all I have.
Okay. Quick, couple weeks ago during the MMPO meeting, we had spoke at the MMPO about the real need for sidewalks going down Fairmont Avenue from Westover through to Granville. And I'm going to keep this issue going. I want to keep it on the front burner. I know you're here. I know you definitely are interested in it. I know Janice Goodwin had pushed it. And the funds have finally come in. The question that I was thinking about was, I know it was said in the paper, and I appreciate you bringing the article, that they had to write a grant for it or a possibility to apply for it. But I believe if a city's a member of the MMPO, I think we need to look at the MMPO moving forward and representing the city to do that. So it's just something I'm going to try and work with Granville and Westover, because I really think it's time. We have the funds, it's there, and I don't care what anyone says, I don't think there's any more need for a sidewalk than that sidewalk, because they're coming down, and I'm just hopefully, I know the commissioners are really in support of this, and I think it's something that we could positively get in the very near future. So that's the first one.
Well, you're talking about that.
Go ahead.
I'd say, yes, that sidewalk's very important. Another one's very important that I was going to, as soon as you
Okay, go
mentioned
ahead.
that, I remembered. The upper part of Van Voor's,
Oh, yes.
people walking to those
Same
those
thing.
apartment complexes in the dark,
Yes.
on, with traffic, I mean, it's very dangerous.
Yeah.
And especially with rain and stuff, they could slip. There's really nowhere for them to walk, so they're basically walking in the road and then jumping off the road when a car comes.
Right.
And I know that there's a project out there for that, but, as an MMPO, I think we really need to push those
Yes.
type of, serious safety issues forward. So thanks for bringing it up.
No, I agree. Those two are, that has also been on our radar list. The second thing I just want to say, that yesterday I had a phone call with some pantry board members and Children's Hospital. We are in discussion of possibly putting a pantry, just like in the upper floor that the Hostettlers have up there, for the children and the families. And we're really excited about that. So that's something we're discussing and move forward. And I know that, the hospital and their group always wants to work with the community, and I just think it's something that could help a lot of people. So we're very excited about that project. With that, I have nothing else. So move to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We be gone.